So- Hey guys, welcome to the Ask Dom Dat show. We are getting started today. It's Wednesday. What's today's date? Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. The fastest 30 minutes of your day to make you seem like a smarter and better person. So thank you for joining me, and you are welcome. Let's get started right away. Let's get the December 24th rundown. On today's show, U.S. bans drones from abroad. Very interesting. If you're in the drone market, if you're not in the drone market, you've clearly seen drones. It's part of our daily lives. Drones are everywhere. We don't really know where these drones are coming from. You just buy them. And what's happening? Well, we're getting some drone bans. All right. Next, tech giants warn of visa workers. Warning to visa workers. So, obviously, immigration conversation there. If you there's a lot of opportunity there also. If you don't work in tech, if you're not even on the visa, if you're homegrown, good old American, still a lot of interesting stuff. My perspective of really how this could essentially benefit you. And then I had a question from a viewer and a listener. How do you make money from there's an unclaimed assets? Um, there, I guess call it kind of just enterprise business or business opportunity. How can you make money off of it? We'll discuss it. I want to show you guys on this live how I would do it. I want to show you, right? So stick around for that on a tutorial walkthrough just from a question from the audience. Let's get right into it. U.S. bans drones from abroad, particularly China. China. All right. This article is really indicating what the FCC, who is responsible for airspace. If you fly, um, if you broadcast, and FCC regulates all of the every, I guess, call it device in the air after a certain height that communicates, and drones communicate with the controller, drones communicate with the pilots, whatever. FCC is banning new imports of drones, particularly from China, to the USA. Why is this important? Well, they want to, they're calling it a potential national security threat. What I want you to know is drones that are already here, we can continue to use. Drones that are already approved are going to be continued use. However, the parts that come for those drones are no longer going to be necessarily approved to come in for repairs for new drones, or even more importantly, because technology is not stagnant, it's always moving, new drones will not be approved from Chinese based companies. And this is trying to give a kind of a leg up, I will call it, to American based companies. But how big is this actual situation? Right? Like, how big is the US drone market relative to, or the Chinese drone market relative to, all the drones that you see out in the wild? Well, let me share something with you guys here. Share my screen here, if I can. Let me see if I can get this going for you guys. Let me. Can you guys see my screen? Let me know. I don't know that it's coming up. Aaron, can people see the screen? All right. Well, even if it doesn't look like we can, but even if here we go. Here we go. Just one Chinese company, Shenzhen DJI, which is the DJI company we all know. DJI made 77% of American hobbyist drones as of 2020. Probably, those numbers changed a little bit, but obviously new players came into the game. But and 80% of commercial drones. All right, 80% commercial drones. A rising Chinese company. Now that's an American name or Aussie or something. I tell Robotics. That's not a Chinese name. Somebody in their marketing department was trying to skirt. All right. So I'll tell robotics 15% of the drones. I'm not a math expert, but if I go 15% and 80%, that's like 95%. If somebody correct my math if I'm wrong on that. 95% of the drones, when this data was coming out, was coming from China here in the US market. So who's going to fill that void? Well, the article continues and they say, well, this could be good if you're an American-based drone maker because like Helio that makes drones. So I decided, okay, you know what? Support American. All right, let me go to Helio and let me see what their drones are like. I know what DJI drones are. So let me show you guys really quick. This is Helio. Shout out to Helio if I'm saying that. I don't know if it's Heal.io. That's their website. But shout out to them because I love it. This is where the opportunity lies. Take advantage of the opportunity. So I just started. I want products. Whenever you see get quote, I just know that's expensive. But that's beyond me. I got American flag, Texas. I love it. Helio, let me go with it looks like they do agricultural drones. I'm in agriculture, so perfect fit. Let me start with the smallest one, it looks like. The Pegasus 2.5 or whatever gallon or I guess 4 gallon. I don't know. 20 pound. Oh, buy now. How much are these drones? How much are drones compared to what the this is a family show. This is who whoa. Shout out to Helio. I hope your sales skyrocket. But this is the level of drones that people can expect from this company in the $40,000 range. Let me see here if did that buy now? Oh no, you know what? Hold on. I don't think that it opened in a new tab. You guys can't see it. It opened in a new tab. There it goes. There it goes, guys. The cheapest drone I see over here is $14,000. I don't know what you could buy for $14,000, but guess what? I'm not spending that on a drone. And then it was $45,000 too. So the reality is, yes, there's opportunities now for U.S. manufacturers. There's opportunities for U.S. makers. If you are looking for an industry, if you're looking for an opportunity, the drone market might be it. Drone consulting might be it. I don't know. These drones are getting banned coming in from China. So if you are in America, if you want to put the pieces together, literally and figuratively, on drones, you have a company like Helio, take their example, they're selling $45,000 drones. The technology's already been made. It's not like you have to engineer everything. Figure it out. It's an opportunity. The next story of the day, back to kind of in line with another. This is more immigration policy, so to speak, right? Like you can see how much policy affects our day to day. Read the memos. Google, Apple, Microsoft, and ServiceNow sent visa workers warnings them not to travel. What does that really mean? It means that these big companies, this the H1 visa, where these tech professionals come in, they work as sponsored professionals and whatever, typically from India, Pakistan, blah blah blah. What is that? Southeast Asia, Southwest Asia, I believe. But whatever, it's South something Asia, and they're coming in. But guess what? There has been a kind of whirlwind shift of um, policy, immigration policy, where the administration says no mas, no mas. We want to make it harder. Up to I mean, now we're seeing crazy numbers: $100,000 for an application fee if if these big companies want to have people come in and work. Where we're seeing delays, but guess what? Here's okay. Well, I thought we had this settled out months ago. Why are people still now having issues? Well, The article, no, let me queue up really quick. Let me share my screen for you guys. What the article is showing is really the problem. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me, All right, from Business Insider, what's the issue? Quote, the warnings come as American embassies have postponed routine visa stamping appointments, leaving some employees already abroad unable to return to work in the U.S. for extended periods. For H-1B visa holders, the primary work visa used by tech companies, the situation creates a particularly difficult bind. If their visa stamp expires as they travel abroad, they must obtain a new stamp at the consulate before re-entering the United States. Okay. What opportunity is there? People are going to have a hard time coming to work. Well, now, companies, here's what I really want you to get out of this. If you're one of these H-1B visa holders, you're probably a smart little cookie. Don't leave the country and think that people are just going to make it easy for you to come back. Don't be an idiot. If you need the job and you want the job, but your cousin has a wedding, send them a card. Now, if you got to go because of family, somebody's sick, I'm not going to miss this for the world, saying goodbye, I respect it. I get it. But because you liked the festival that your brother's throwing, whatever, right? Like, that's my personal. Take that as advice from Ask Dom Nat. If you ask, hey, Dom, should I leave the country on an H-1B visa? No. Now, if you do, you probably deserve to lose your job. Sorry. Don't hate me. They're giving you the warning. This isn't a secret, but you want to be defiant, then go ahead, lose your job. Make it more difficult. I'm at the consulate. And guess what? Now they are screening social media. So be careful what you're putting on your social media. And also, it's just going to take longer. They clearly, when I say they, policy, administration, want to make it tough, hard. Hey, we don't really want you here. Message couldn't be clearer. Whatever, you agree with the message, don't agree, doesn't matter. That's not how life works. Life works with facts, and these are the facts. So you just have to live by the facts, not the sentiment. Where is the opportunity? For those sentimental, I just need to get back home now because it's a wedding. 50% of weddings end in divorce anyways. I don't know if that's necessarily true for Southeast Asia, but whatever, it might be. But let's get back to it. Okay, so you're gonna go to this wedding that somebody's gonna get divorced 5 years later anyways. You lost your job, high-paying job over at Google or whatever. Guess where the opportunity is, fellas? Start applying for high-tech paying jobs if you're here in the United States. If you are not in the tech sector, just know that these companies are trying to solve a problem. They're obviously, yes, they're advocating for their employees, but there's somebody in the HR department whose job it is to hire people. And now she's like, do I want to deal with another H-1B visa situation, or do I just want to deal with Reginald Griffin? Good old American boy. Just hire him. He doesn't really know how to code that well. He just started learning. On his experience, he put down the Ask Dom Nat show sent them. But might be good enough. There is opportunity now because it is making it more difficult for people to apply for these jobs that are abroad. There are vacancies, there's opportunities. If you are here, this might be the time to shift into that field, into that perspective. What's the worst that could happen? You don't get called back? Oh, sorry. Life's so hard. No, they didn't call me for the high-paying tech interview that I probably wasn't that qualified for. Don't worry about it. Your competition's stuck in the airport and Al Mamabad. Sorry. I might be your competition. I'm not. I mean, who cares? Take my job. Don't. But whatever. The opportunity is for you, and I want you to seize it. Don't just read these headlines and these articles and think, oh, okay, how does that, whatever. When I see, whoa, drones are being banned, what opportunity does that make for me? Whoa, tech jobs are being harder to source and procure and hire for, what opportunity does that make for me? That's all. Me and my family, that's what I'm looking out for. And I'm looking out for you guys. Well, you guys are part of my extended family. So thank you for joining the Ask Dom That show. And part of that is the questions that you ask. And one question that I got from a user was, hey, Dom, there's a whole market of unclaimed assets. How's the best way to make money off of that? What is the best way to make money off of the unclaimed markets? I'd rather just show you than tell you. Ain't that right? So let me hold on. Let me cue up my screen really quick. If you are living in any state, there is every state Department of Treasury has a unclaimed assets. This is money that people get paid, whether it's from their insurance companies or a company sends you a refund and you never cash it. It's usually, it happened a lot with checks. If your insurance company, if you paid too much from your insurance company, or if you were owed a settlement from a lawsuit or something like that, from, yeah, and you just never collected that money, the company that sent it to you legally is not allowed to keep it. They have to send it to the state Department of Treasury, I believe, and this the Secretary of Treasury then puts it in an account where you can look up if you are ever owed money. I'm sure they invest the money while they have it and all that. And if you see that you are rightfully owed money, you just submit a claim. Let me show you what this could look like. Let me cue this up. Let's start with the Pennsylvania Department of Treasury. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me cue it up. PA unclaimed property. Share my screen. Share my screen. Share. So I just Google PA unclaimed property. Or if you don't know how to read, PA unclaimed property. So when you come here, what is this? The Stacy Garrity is the one holding our money right now. The Pennsylvania treasurer. So we come here and we just say search, and the PA Department of Treasury, you got to put the last name. That's the only thing that's needed. So let me go with Watkins, and then I don't even need the zip code. I'm gonna go search property. Oh, sorry. Search names. Oh, let me see here. This one, Oh, I spelled Watkins wrong. I'm like, ooh, Watkins. So that name didn't have that name. Like I spelled it Watkins. No, nothing there. But Watkins. Search. That's a popular name. Whoa. Now I'm seeing all these people here or businesses are owed some money. But here's the thing with PA. It only tells you if it's over or under $100. Over or under 100. And it tells you their address, where these people are, and then who the money is from. This person here, sorry, Alma, we're gonna put you on here a little, public blast, but North Electric Cooperative Association, maybe this is the electric company owes her some money, right? Western and Southern Life Insurance Company, this person, they owe Alma Alma Watkins got. Is that the same person? No, it's not. But she got $100 that they owe to her. So what you can do is just reach out to these people. Hey, you have potential money sitting. Would you like me to help you claim it? Now, the problem with reaching out to these people just like this is that you're going to be paying 50 cents for a stamp, and you don't really know. Every state, like this isn't just PA. I'm just doing this because I have a lot of people from PA that follow, but you don't know exactly how much you're owed, right? And I wish there was a state that would show you what is owed. Whoa, that's what you're asking yourself. Well, welcome to the Ask Dominic show. Let me take you to Texas. Texas unclaimed property. All right. Let's start looking for we need to look for like a good name. No, I did business name. Let me see here. Oh, look at this. Watkins. Oh, they owe 1900 bucks to this person, right? Out of Richardson, Texas. They don't say who's holding. Tiffany and Company owed somebody $187. But so now you can just search through here and see who's owed what. Some obviously you see some are larger than others. You can take a percentage. You can take, hey, look, I'm going to recover. I just need 20%. I don't know. You can look it up. Look it up yourself. What's worth it? It takes the same amount of effort to recover that $1,900 check as this $3,300. So maybe you do that. You just go through here. But now you're thinking to yourself, man, I wish. Look, the $600 check here. It takes as much effort to do that. Give me 1 second, guys. I think we're having some camera technical issues. Give me 1 second. Let's pause the Ask Dominic show. We'll be right back. All right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this the old school way. You're gonna see me on my camera, on my webcam. Right. So Watkins here. Now what do you really want to do? Okay, so all of this is online. All of this is online. And what people can do is I'm gonna put you on another website. So there's all this information. Obviously, I just Googled some random names, but like let me just I don't know. James is a real popular name, right? Let's see. You got maybe Google some or search for some rich names. You know what those names are. But James here got some a lot of people named James, huh? That's kind of a weird owner name. That's a weird name, honestly, James. But that's the money that they're owed to them. And you can see the year. This is Healthcare Services Corp owes the money. If you can get 20, 30, 40%, oh, I wouldn't say 40%. Whatever, you figure it out. I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. But what you want to do is scrape this website. You can scrape websites. Well, if you scrape this website, then you can sort it by the amount owed. Well, we're coming up on time, Dom. There's no way you're going to be able to tell me what I can use to scrape the website. Appify.com. Appify.com. Okay, well, let me just show you. I'd rather show you than tell you. Appify.com. Come and learn this tool, figure it out. It's not that expensive, like a couple bucks. It scrapes data all around the web. Figure out how to scrape that website. The pricing's not that expensive. You get started at the free tier to scrape the data. And you're like, Dom, okay, Appify was good, but I always like two options. All right, firecrawl.dev. Firecrawl.dev, another web scraping tool. Guys, I would love to do it with you right now, right? But if I do it with you, then it's just my business model. Then it's just I'm just teaching you. I'm just doing it for you. I'm not teaching you how to do it. So what you really want to do is use those tools, scrape it. And there's another caveat to it, because I was thinking to myself, well, what's the practical advice here? Because then you can't. All right. You can, when you scrape it, you can sort it by the amount. Then you can target the higher paying amounts. Then you can mail those guys out, but add another layer to it, because sending mail can get expensive. 50 cents per person. If you're targeting somebody with $1,000 or $2,000, some people more, a lot more. Like there's people out there that are tens of thousands of dollars. Well, why don't you also now use another website to get their phone numbers? Oh, now you can text them. Now you can send out text. Hey, Dom, I saw your name on a got on a website stating that you might be owed money for this. I would love to help you recover it, and get you extra money for the holidays. The holidays are passing, so maybe, if you start today, you got 24 hours. But whatever there's always a holiday around the corner. Valentine's Day, Martin Luther King Day, I don't know, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, throw in the Chinese New Year. Whatever marketing ploy you have to use, there's always an opportunity. So yes, that is a very viable way to make money, is telling people you have money out there. Here's how much you have, possibly more, because that's just one state. There's 50 states. You got a guy like me who I own property all around the country. I have money owed to me from 5 or 6 different states. I either don't know about it or I haven't had time to get to it. I would probably just pay you to knock it out. But I already took care of it. So don't be sending me no messages. But that is an opportunity that can be had. Take them. As I guess the theme of today's show is, what opportunities are there for you as you come into the new year? There are a plethora of opportunities. Don't feel stuck. Don't feel like you can't do anything. There is an opportunity around the corner, and your next opportunity is probably your best opportunity. So I'm glad that you were able to join me for today's show, the Ask Domnat Show, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we will be seeing you Friday at 8 a.m. See ya.